Are you sitting comfortably? Then we'll begin.
Hey, folks, welcome back for part two, a weekend update here with the Shills. And we start right away with a very cool super chat and question from Mitch Ashtown. He says, hey, question for Commander. Wasn't it Iran that moved authority down to lower generals to do stuff? And wouldn't that be a factor in the choice of targets we saw with Iran today?
To some extent, yes. They allowed lower level commanders to make their own decisions on matters that affected their sphere of influence. But it's still an authoritarian state where trying to second guess what the big boss above you wants is always in the back of your mind. So even though you've been given authority to make a decision, you're still more likely to call him and say, can I do this, before you do it?
Right.
But, yeah. And the other issue is that the ballistic missiles, to a lesser extent, the drones, but those are high-level weapons which are controlled at the upper levels of the command structure.
Yeah.
So they're going to be largely waiting for somebody who's in the directorate to make that decision to tell them to launch.
Cool. Good shout. So, and that wasn't just a super chat. That was $20 super chat from Mitch there. So big shout out indeed, Mitch. And then Niles Knudsen is just like, sometimes it's just got to be done on every show. And he comes in gifting out a second set of 10 Shills memberships. Bounce, little bastard, Mario, bounce. So huge shout out, Niles. Thank you so much indeed. Niles Knudsen, the man, the myth, the legend, the super giftinator. Thanks, man. That's really cool. So we ended with a thought of conspiracy, Dunc. Where are we going with that?
Yeah, well, Commander was kicking off with that one, and yes, the potential similarities to a 9/11 event that will set things in concrete for Donald Trump as far as his actions in Iran. Wouldn't it be strange if something happened, especially to say, let's just say a well-insured tower block in New York, Trump Tower.
Yeah.
oddly curious events.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now,
I
obviously,
mean, I will have to confess, I don't think that's likely to happen, but I'm wearing this because it's something that when you get into your conspiracy theory mind, yeah, you can definitely see this administration doing something like that. That's
that's the funny thing, because obviously people talk about 9/11 being an inside job, and be honest with you, there is no evidence there. I don't believe that whatsoever. But Trump is so inept that he would probably just look
more
at that and go,
importantly, the people he surrounded himself with
Yes.
are, if anything, even more inept than he is.
And he listens to those fucking keg sucking assholes.
and
Sorry, I gotta take this
and-
off. It's getting hot.
take it off. I can imagine it's irritating the fuck out of you.
Yeah.
But but I can imagine him. Just someone will just mention it. Oh, you remember 9/11? Inside job, blah blah blah, and he'll just go, oh, ding, little light bulb will go off, saying, yeah. I can make a shit ton of money out of this and come out looking good and all the great stuff. But like you say, they're all so inept. It'll if they try to do that, it will stick out like a sore thumb. There'll be evidence. And it'll be proven to be an inside
We're
job
not
straight
talking
away.
an actual 9/11 or even a JFK assassination style event. We're talking sort of, Keystone Cops version of the terrorist attack.
Yeah.
I'll say this. If somebody takes down Trump Tower, it'll be the first time it has no vacant retail space.
He'll just get one of his MAGA guys to wrap a towel around his head and just like storming, shout Allah Akbar and set up a bomb in the tower or something like that.
Yeah. Why did that guy look like Witkoff?
I know. We're laughing about it and joking about it, but you know what? I really wouldn't put it fucking past them.
Oh yeah, we got to Dunc. Don't forget, this is when tickles is a good word.
Oh, well, tickles. Yeah,
yeah.
they're gonna tickle Trump Tower.
Oh yeah, tickle it to the ground.
They're gonna throw Trump Tower out of a balcony window
and tickle him on the way down.
Ah, dear.
Yeah. It's just that thing with YouTube. So tickles is a good word.
We did have one other question about Iran before we move on.
Yeah,
Commander.
Yes.
Yeah, it was the question was why isn't China and Russia? This was from Adam Rounds. Why isn't China and Russia coming in to help out Iran?
So Russia, for obvious reasons, is a little distracted at the moment. So there's not a lot they could do to help Iran. We do know that there were a number of transport aircraft flown into Tehran from Russia in the weeks leading up to this. But, what they brought in, who knows?
That was probably them trying to get as many shithead drones out before.
Try it back out.
Yeah.
More than likely.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I don't know. China's an interesting question. Part of the reason I don't think they're likely to do anything to help Iran is because they lack the logistical infrastructure to move forces that distance and put them in place to help the Iranians.
They're very much situated on their own area and a little expansion, right?
Yeah,
and also they're getting quite a lot of like a prominent good look in the world stage at the minute. They're meeting up with Carney in Canada, and there's lots of trade deals going on with China. So China is probably thinking, "Oh, we're not getting fucking involved."
It's not just that; it's that with all of Trump's stupid tariff wars and all the other crap he's doing, he's alienated so many of our trading partners that they're looking at this going, damn, we can make real bank on this.
Yeah.
While, Trump and his flunkies urinate on themselves in public. Why risk going to war over nothing?
Yeah. I mean, I bet your Timu's doing really well amongst the rest of the world.
Yeah.
To the
You know, and that's one of the other key things is true strategists understand you don't go to war unless you really have no other option. Because once you're in a conflict, you've no real way to predict exactly how that's going to come out. I mean, look at Ukraine and Russia. Prior to the Russians attacking, everybody figured, you know, oh, 3 days to a week and Ukraine is gone.
Yeah.
And here we are 4 years later, and Ukraine is kicking substantial Russian ass.
Yeah, Ukraine in the last like few days has pushed some of the lines backwards and so on.
Yeah.
There's been some good gains, right, Commander?
And done some really very clever entrapments.
Yeah.
Come on, attack us over here. Very good, very good. Now we'll attack the sides of your penetration and see what happens.
Yeah.
Hey, 2,000 guys are going to become prisoners or corpses in about 5 minutes.
Yeah, it's like watching Bugs Bunny fuck with an adversary sometimes, you know?
It's like seeing one of those dogs that pretend it can't walk. It's just like, you know, give me treats. And then, you know, when you go walkies, and it goes.
Now we did want to also mention, as we're talking about some of this, you know, akin to false flaggy type stuff, like why Trump would welcome a little hit on foreign or his own home soil right now. I'm sure of it. And you got to remember the reason we were leaning towards that conversation, because I don't think we totally got there, was that would give him everything he needs to lock down elections entirely. And it's very funny.
As people have noted, there's no provision in the Constitution for them to do that. It doesn't mean that they won't try.
Yeah.
And if they have control of both houses or both chambers in Congress and the Supreme Court, as they presently do, they might be able to push something through. Now, they're seeing more and more erosion of that majority in Congress. And
Supreme Court even stood up to him finally a bit.
Of the Supreme Court are starting to say, wait just a damn minute.
Exactly.
So
it's kind of funny because we had this conversation, Commander, probably about 6 months ago, 8 months ago or something, about, you know, Trump trying to do something like this. And you said exactly the same thing. There is no provision in the Constitution. But it was Zelensky that gave him the idea.
Yeah, exactly.
If you've got a war, you don't have to have votes.
Something else that escapes a lot of people. If you look at the Oval Office in its current configuration, on one of the walls, there's always a picture of one of the older presidents. Typically, it's been, you know, Washington or Jefferson or Adams, sometimes Lincoln. Occasionally, I've seen, you know.
Did you say Epstein?
No.
President Epstein.
Occasionally, you'll see like either FDR or Kennedy there. But each president chooses another president who he feels reflects his ideal of what a president should be.
Yeah.
Do you know which president is on the wall currently?
Putin.
No, that makes as much sense as anything else.
Nixon?
No. Jackson.
What?
Do you know why Jackson is up there?
No.
I don't know much about Jackson. I don't know much about Jackson.
Yeah.
Jackson is famous for a case that was brought by the civilized tribes saying, hey, they're trying to force us off our lands, which treaties with the United States grant us. This is wrong. And the Supreme Court ruled in favor of the civilized tribes. And Jackson's famous retort was, well, they can make whatever ruling they want. Let's see them try to enforce it.
Yeah.
And he promptly displaced the civilized tribes westward, and that's where we got the Trail of Tears.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
I've
In
not-
effect,
I've not
by
seen that
putting
series.
Jackson's portrait in there, he's letting people know, I don't give a damn what the Supreme Court says I can and can't do. I'm going to do what I want. Let's see them try to enforce their rules.
Right.
Well, this is the thing you would when I was going to bring up is you were saying that there is no provision in the Constitution, but then Trump doesn't give a shit about the Constitution. We know that, and
He would use it as
just
fucking toilet paper if you gave him half a chance.
Oh, yeah.
in his Bible, isn't it?
I've seen stoners give more respect to the Bible, and they usually use Bible paper as rolling papers. So,
I like to use the Sermon of the Mount.
I mean, like Hitler with Mein Kampf,
yeah.
Trump has told us all along what he plans to do.
Yeah.
Project 2025 has told us all along what the plans were.
For the most part, Commander, every time he says you'll never see my administration do that, that's exactly what you're going to get.
It's a freaking guarantee they're going to do it.
Yeah.
Well, I saw a great meme on Facebook the other day, and it was taking an old tweet from Trump where he was talking about Obama was, he's not doing really well, and he needs a distraction, and the first thing he's going to do is bomb Iran. And then someone has just like crossed it out and put Trump and change the wording to Trump. Yeah, it's just like I don't know. Idiot.
We should start calling him by his original last name.
And let's remember, this is the second time in 8 months that he's bombed around.
Yeah.
We had the 12-day war.
Yeah.
Who knows how long this one will last?
It depends on how much they'll let him spend, I think.
Yeah.
That's another thing. It's been this whole, it's got to be for America. We got to get back to being a wealthy nation. He's given tax breaks to the wealthy. He's put the tariffs on, which affect regular people. Big wealthy people don't care that something went up a little bit and blah, blah, blah. Right. And now, these operations, Commander, the value of sending all of those, ships, boats, and so on and whatnot. Oh, my God, the money being spent.
Oh, yeah.
He's sending the bill to Elon.
Yeah. Here's an interesting tidbit. The Lincoln Battle Group, they've been at sea now for 11 months.
Oh, wow.
Typically, deployments were 6 months. Sometimes they get stretched to 7, on rare occasions 8. They've been there 11 months. It's a new ship. It's still having some teething problems. The latest one is the toilets are not working.
Oh, wow.
And some of the suspicion on some people's part is that the sailors are so pissed off, they're flushing laundry down the toilets to clog them.
Wow.
They're trying to force the Navy to send them into port for voyage repairs.
Wow.
Now, I hate to correct a Navy man, but I'm pretty sure you call the toilets the head.
If I call it the head, it confuses people.
Yeah. I've been saying that all my life. I got to hit the head. I don't even,
Yeah.
I was saying it before I even knew what the fucking meaning was,
What gets me is, I've got friends who know I've been in the Navy. They've been with me a long time. Even today, when I say, I got to go use the head, and what? Dude, pay attention just for a little while.
Yeah.
Is that the port or starboard head?
Well, that was going to be my next question. Where the hell did the name come from?
Because it used to be you went to the front part of the ship
I was going to say, yep.
to do your duty business.
I would have thought you should be going to the back, surely. You don't want that.
No, because the captain's stateroom was right under the deck.
Yeah, the poop deck.
The poop deck. Again,
Yes.
that poop has nothing to do with poop.
Yeah,
But
it's the sitting
the
deck.
captain obviously would not be a very happy camper if all day long he's watching
Birds fall.
and poo falling by his window.
Yeah, yeah. Holy shit, it's 3:00. I guess they just had lunch. You know, it's just-
6 bells and all's well.
Yeah. Well, I was going to say, Commander, when you said the toilets were clogged and stuff, I heard somebody fell overboard. I was thinking to myself, is that because they were hanging their ass off the side of the ship trying to have a nice shit? You know? I shouldn't make fun, but you know, yeah.
I was on a ship that had that problem.
Oh, wow. That doesn't sound fun. But it also sounds like clogged toilets on a naval ship that's run by a guy who eats McDonald's 24/7. It sounds hand in hand to me, to be honest. I mean, if his favorite was Taco Bell, then I would believe there's a real problem with shitters,
Yeah. No, I'm waiting for them to come back from this long deployment, and he's going to meet them on the pier and he lunch to them, thinking this is a great gesture of humanity. And there's as good a chance as any that he'll get tickled right then and there by angry people.
Yeah, I'm sure on those classes ships you get much better classy food coming out of the kitchens than you do on a fucking McDonald's.
Yeah. I've been
Most
away from my
carriers-
family for 11 months and you give me McDonald's, you flatulent fuck. You know?
No, most carriers have at least one mess deck open all the time.
Yeah.
And on non-regular meal hours, that's one of the things you can get is just ask for a burger.
Right.
I've seen these mess decks on one of these ships. I want them to open it up as like a buffet for just like people just want to go.
Damn
the
right.
food looks fantastic.
Yeah.
They do. I mean, I'll be honest, the food on most ships is pretty good.
Yeah.
I want on.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm not going to sign up or anything like that. I'll do a tour.
Particularly larger ships, because the money you get to run your mess operation is based on how many people you have.
Oh.
So the larger your crew, the larger the buying,
Right.
and also the larger the staff of trained mess specialists, cooks that you have. You get put on a small ship, and you may have the guy that just got out of A school as a cook. He's the one that's doing the cooking, and his budget is such that, well, we're having hamburger again for the 20th time this week.
Oh yeah.
I think it would be great for one of those carriers to get one of the mess halls to actually get like a Michelin star.
Some chefs have gotten Michelin stars.
Wow.
I mean, Navy ships have gotten them.
See,
Wow.
you guys in the Navy are missing a real recruitment trick here. You take that song, "In the Navy, you could have yourself a steak in the Navy." Seriously.
Be careful where you put it to bake.
So watch the news, everybody, because it could very well be that Trump has escalated from just using ICE to lock down areas of voting that will not go well for him. And he could be looking for that real deal thing to try to push through that, sorry, but we can't do elections right now, we're at war thing. Let's see how this plays out.
That's not going to go down well with the American public, I don't think.
I mean, he's already lost, not lost, but Joe Rogan, I just keep seeing clips of him saying, what the hell's going on here? And meanwhile, Joe probably got him 15% of his fucking votes.
Yeah, there seems to be an awful lot of right-wing podcasters who are flipping the script on Trump right now.
Yeah.
And a lot of it is down to the Epstein files. The whole war thing might be another, because that's also splitting the MAGA faithful. That's a factor, no more wars and all this kind of shit. So we'll see how that goes on.
So, yeah, indeed. Commander, you had something that is not Iran that we could turn to that would actually, probably be a good palate cleanser for some.
Sure.
I don't know about palate cleansing, but let's go.
Well, just anything else.
This actually kind of ties in.
Perfect.
Oh, no.
Indirectly. So, face hammering, also called bone
no. Oh, shit. Yeah,
is a dangerous trend where people strike their faces with blunt objects, typically hammers or bottles,
Yeah.
in hopes of reshaping their facial features to a more aesthetically pleasing appearance.
In the UK, we call that a fight.
No, this is voluntary.
Yeah, in Newfoundland, they call it going drinking.
On social media platforms like TikTok, with users sharing video demonstrations of the technique. Look for hashtag bone smashing. Some of these videos have garnered millions of views, suggesting its popularity among certain online communities.
Yeah, it's fucking true. I believe it. It's true.
Proponents of the practice often cite something called Wolff's Law.
What?
Which suggests that bones remodel and strengthen in response to physical stress. These people are mistakenly believing that applying blunt force to facial bones will lead to more angular and well-defined appearances as the bones heal.
Ask a Neanderthal.
Huh?
Ask a Neanderthal.
Yeah, no kidding. Unsurprisingly, this interpretation of Wolff's Law is fundamentally flawed. Unlike controlled weightlifting, which applies stress to targeted areas of bones and muscle, face hammering is uncontrolled trauma to bone structure, which will lead to injuries rather than facial remodeling.
Can't believe it's called face hammering. Jesus Christ.
Yeah. Facial bones are thin and vulnerable. Striking them can cause serious fractures, which may possibly require surgical intervention. Improper healing of fractured bones can result in permanent disfigurement, misalignment of your face, and asymmetry. Facial trauma can also damage nerves, leading to complications such as the loss of sensation or impaired muscle function.
Oh my God.
There's also a serious risk of infections and internal bleeding, which can be life-threatening if not treated promptly. Medical professionals strongly advise against face hammering, emphasizing that safe and effective facial enhancement options, such as cosmetic surgery or fillers, will produce far more reliable and less potentially dangerous results.
What the fuck wrong with you?
Yeah, when I heard about this, my wife was reading it from some post she saw, and I dug into it. The more I read about it, the more I'm just shaking my head going, what kind of a moron do you have to be? And I'm sorry, that's insulting to compare these people with actual morons.
Yeah, flat earthers are sitting there going, holy fuck, you people are stupid.
No kidding.
Well, they hammered the earth flat.
What the hell?
I'm
going to hit myself in the face with a hammer to make my cheekbones higher and more prominent.
Commander, there's one thing more dangerous than face hammering. It's being stupid enough to think it's a good idea.
Yeah.
No. I see. This is a conspiracy. This is big cosmetics are getting in the way here. They're saying, "Oh, we're losing out money because people are just doing it themselves now. We got to put this down. Stop hammering your face and come to
Anyway,
us and spend millions."
Normally, I'd say I'd brought this up as a public service announcement to our viewership, but I can't imagine that any of our viewers are dumb enough to have engaged in this practice. So I tender it as a humorous anecdote.
Yeah, but it's true. This has definitely hit the news recently. A lot of people have been talking about it.
Oh my God. I can't, I just can't even process, I know humanity is for the most part stupid. Like when you look at what's going on in the big popular memes and stuff for whatever, but this is just like
Grunge thing. He put something up and it brings up sometime in the 1920s, 1930s, there was a practice among young German aristocrats to join fencing clubs.
Oh, get the scar.
Yeah, you didn't join them necessarily to learn how to fence. You wore these special masks and you took a actual sharp saber, not a dueling, not a dueling, but a sport fencing saber.
Yeah,
or
an épée.
Yeah, and it had a hole below your eyes stretching across this portion of your face. And you stood at arm's length from the other guy, not, so you could barely reach him if you reached over. And they would just flail at each other until one of them cut the other's face. And the idea was that this scar made you look really manly and women would swoon over you.
So that's why you see in movies a lot of like Austrian or German officers have the scars on their face.
It's not some affectation. It's a very true thing that occurred in the 20s and 30s.
And they go through special processes to keep the wound open enough so it scars up properly. If it
healed up normally, it wouldn't have much of a scar. No, they wanted a very prominent, jagged scar on it.
What the hell?
So
you have a little girly fight so you can look more manly.
Today, that would be face hammering.
Yeah. I mean, TikTok gave us the Tide Pod challenge and some other really great ideas as well. So I'm not surprised,
Yeah.
It makes me hiring those prostitutes to paddle me on the bottom sound kind of weak now.
Oh man. I got a story here I want to tell quick.
Saturday night slap fights. Oh my God.
So yeah.
I give up. Humanity is doomed to go extinct. Just because dumb to be on.
Bring the dinosaurs back. Give them another chance.
Yeah, exactly. Maybe they made better pot pies. Who knows, right? I got a little story here. This is going down in a couple of places in Canada, and I'm sure there's stories from this in other areas as well. But I was surprised how much onus is put on the landowner in this situation. Very strange. So there's a couple. They live down Canada, Southern Ontario, I guess. They're down around like Lake Erie or whatever it is, right? And they bought a piece of property with a little house on it, and they were going to knock the house down and turn it into a retirement place. Common story, right? Well, a couple of bones were found by the crew digging the new foundation out. So all work has to stop because they could be indigenous. It could be, you know what I mean? So the deal is, all work stops. You bring in some archaeology people. You do a little sifting of sand. You try to find some, remnants and get some dating done and all that kind of archaeology stuff. All paid for by the landowner. And these guys are in over their heads. They're looking at $300,000 almost in bills. And meanwhile, they're just like in tears. It's been 8 months, almost a year. There's a thing in Canada where you can apply to the government because of the financial destitution you're looking at in this situation, and they will step in and help you with all the fees and whatnot. Well, their application has been processing for almost a year. And when the news, CBC in Canada looked into it, they said, oh, well, we're processing it. We're trying to get things done. It's been almost a year. All you have to do is look at their finances, look at the amount they're looking at, and decide whether or not you're going to back them up or not. Come on. But I'm not trying to say in any way that we should take lightly the finding of sacred remains or anything like that, because I'm not. The joke here is that somehow somebody who just bought a plot of land and decided to knock down the little home that was there and build their nice little retirement place or whatever could suddenly be on the hook for at least $300,000, if not more. I can't see how that's fair to anyone.
Oh, unless you uncover a Viking funeral boat that's full of gold.
Yeah. Well, if you get to keep the gold, then yeah, right. But like again, I understand the heritage and whatnot. I'm not going against that in any way, but I have a hard time finding a situation where it's fair that not only can they not build their home for at least another year or so, but they have to pay for it all.
The cost of $300,000 sounds strange. Now, you may have different laws up there. I'm only going off of what I know from California because I had a friend that worked in that industry, the archaeology industry there.
Right.
And for California, the process was if something was found, and this is on private land. Public land, you were required to do the survey before you even started a project.
Right.
But private land, if something was found, then you called in archaeologists, and it wasn't a huge, it was an expense, but it wasn't like $300,000 or anything. And what they would do is do a quick surface survey, look at what you found, see if there was anything else there, and then they would give an opinion, which was followed 99% of the time, of whether it was a, quote, significant archaeological site or not. Right. If it was, then you couldn't build there until all the archaeology had been done. But again, 99 times out of 100, you found a bone or you found some pottery shards. It was like, okay, yeah, we'll be here and do this for another week or so. And if we don't find anything really significant, you're free and clear to go.
Yeah, this one's
It
way
may be different. It may be different in Canada.
It's way more intense, Commander. Their story is a couple of pottery shards were found in the initial investigation, and now they have to do at least, I think it's 4.5 meters deep, sift all the soil. They've got a team of like 15 people coming, the whole 9 yards. It's such overkill, it's not funny. And it's not fair, right?
No, I would agree with you.
Right?
At that point, if it's a significant archaeological site, then the state should declare eminent domain and take the property and
exactly
do their study.
Yeah.
And then, the former owner gets first right to submit a state if they don't find that it's a significant site or not.
Yeah, and the other part of this, Commander, is if it is found that it's, ancestral remains and so on, the indigenous folk, whoever the, Indian band, tribe, whatever name you want to put out there, they will then reinter the remains in a place that's now appropriate and not somebody's basement. So the idea that they could go so deep and so hard into this when we've already found some pottery, they've got an estimated date of 1,000 years right now. Well, can't we just sift through, find the other bones and move them and reinter them and get everything back to where it should be? Like, I get it's sensitive stuff for some people, but it's also $300,000+ or whatever now. They're looking at, I think it was 260,000 at the moment, but that is an estimate because if the sift and the search finds more, they got to keep paying. I mean, it's just unreasonable. That can't be the way things are.
Yeah, it's terrible on a personal level for people. But it's kind of funny because I heard similar stories. Similar situations in Rome. When I was out there, we were filming that series, and they were saying that anybody is like petrified of doing any kind of like building work.
Yeah.
In Rome, because you only got to dig 6 feet, you're going to find something. And every time you go, oh, we're going to build
Hell, with
it.
Rome, it's probably a case of you snub out a cigarette on the dirt, and you're likely to uncover something.
Yeah. It's insane that you have all these like building contractors come in and start doing something. They start digging the foundations, and there's history down there, and everything has to stop. Now, okay, this is not the same situation as you're talking about, where a personal person has to foot the bill, but it's like anywhere you dig, you're gonna find you're gonna find something. I think there's some broken plates in our back garden that the kids trampled into the ground after having a barbecue.
Quick, get the time team.
This plate dates back to 1986.
Yeah. Somebody get the roadshow in here.
Toy soldier. Obviously, this was a significant site for some ancient civilization.
a matchbox car.
Yeah. Oh, this is where they planned
Really,
the track.
the Celts had automobiles.
Yeah. This is where they planned the Brooklands track. But again, I recognize that it's a pretty touchy situation. I just don't think it's fair that somebody could be on the hook for the value of a house. It's just not right.
Yeah, it's insane.
Insane. And I mean, who pays? Well, if you're making all these rules, open the purse, man. I mean, seriously, right? It's a little much. It's a little much for sure. Where else did I want to go here? Dunc, did you have anything you wanted to get in here?
Oh, I got loads of shit.
Jump in.
Where's it gone? Oh, did you must have heard about this one. There was a Spanish engineer who was messing around with his DJI vacuum cleaner, and he was just trying to connecting up to his game controller for some reason. And so he was back engineering this robot vacuum cleaner, and he managed to actually remotely take control of about 7,000 vacuum cleaners worldwide.
Then give them access to the house plans,
video.
Oh, no shit.
Some of them have video cameras on them, and so he could watch people.
How does that happen? I just don't understand it. But there's that story. I'm surprised you haven't heard of that one, Dick.
Wow, yeah, no. For the last, because of this slight, issue I got, I haven't been quite paying attention enough, right? Damn it, I
ran.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. But that's insanity. It's a great example of what's going on in the automotive industry and so on and whatnot. There's been so many advances in technology that were never hardened in a security way proper. I mean, we just did a story, Commander, the other day on how the tire pressure sensors of your car can be used to track cars.
Yep.
Yeah. Unbelievable what's going on right now. The lack security, especially with some of these industries, this thing is mapping your home and people can just get the floor plan. Can you? Oh, wow. That's not helpful for criminals.
It's even more nefarious than that. It's people don't realize, for example, we're all staring into our little video cameras here right now.
Yeah.
I can literally turn my computer off. Somebody who's a good enough hacker can get it so he can watch me through that camera.
Oh, yeah.
Even with the computer off.
I did a thing with my neighbors the other day, Commander, telling them how easy it is to build a wire, like a microphone, but it's a laser, and I can just point it at their windows and hear what they're saying and stuff. And they thought I was talking conspiracy nonsense. I'm like,
And your cell phone.
I
Be
can't
hacked
even.
into, and people can listen to everything you're talking about with people around you.
yep.
Unless
I
you put it in
I
a
can't.
Faraday cage.
I can't even remember how I did it, but many, many, many years ago, when I was working on fucking Dawn Treader, the bloody Lion Witch of the Wardrobe thing, and I managed to, from my computer on the opposite side of the desk to my colleague, managed to hack into his computer so I could bring his eyesight camera up and have him on my screen.
Yeah.
I honestly don't know how I did it now, but it was just so funny. And I brought him around and said, yeah, come around and have a look. And it was like there was his camera was there on the screen. The first thing he did was put a bit of tape over the camera.
Oh yeah. Or there was a research thing that was done last year, and researchers were able to listen to the typing of a keyboard, and inside of about 30 minutes, because of the way people type and language and the letters you use and whatnot, they had the sound of your keyboard figured out and had your password.
Yeah, different clicky noises.
Yeah. There's so many little vector angles these days. And then let's go back quickly to this thing that's going on with facial recognition, proving age verification.
Hitting yourself in the face with a hammer does have a benefit.
That's what it is.
You got to hit it hard enough, or get a scar.
It's like hiding your license plate from photo radar.
But that's not me. I've got a big scar down the side of my face.
Yeah. See, that's where the rapier hit me, right? But you got this thing. California is about to pass a law, or I think they might have just done it, where operating system vendors like Mac OS, Windows, Linux, and stuff will have to do an age verification upon starting to use the computer. This is horrible. It's bad. I understand the desire for the law, because we shouldn't have 10-year-olds watching the Tide Pod challenge on TikTok, right? That's stupid. I get it. Yeah. Right. But the idea of giving all of our personal information to these stupid companies who don't give a shit about truly protecting us is a farce at best and an absolute nightmare in reality.
They're monetizing it.
Yeah.
They're selling the information they collect.
Exactly. The idea is here, and just bear with me a second, because don't get the wrong idea right away, but the government could facilitate this pretty easily. We have passkeys prevailing through the internet now, and the passkey is like your password, your login or whatever. Well, the government could issue you a passkey that has nothing to do with who you are. It just verifies that you're old enough. And then it doesn't matter. We don't have to give any information to these people. They have a tie-in. The government charges them to use it to get the money back and whatnot. Cost of doing business. Suck it up, you fucking Wall Street bitches, and fuck you anyway. But there is a way to get this done.
In false passkeys.
Oh, I'm sure. And it's the whole thing. It's digital. There's never going to be perfect. This is one thing that these politicians have to realize. There's no such thing as perfect, right? But they're the idiots that are trying to get Apple to put a back door in the phone so they can get in, because, only we would use it. Yeah.
Well, there's an easy way to figure out how old someone is. What social media are they using? How many times does it take them to try to buy something without having to go back and scroll back and say, I did everything right. Why is it I'm not purchasing? These errors are coming up.
It should be easy, Dunc. I have a Hotmail account. Well, you're an adult then, right?
I got a Mac account.
There you go. Yeah, you're a grandpa, right? Yeah.
See, you still use AOL. You must be over 70.
Exactly.
And an idiot.
Yeah, you know. Yeah. Do you have a home phone? Yes, I do. Well, okay, then you've passed, right? You know. Well, anything else we want to get to before we got about 4 minutes here?
I got shitloads of stuff.
Bring it in.
Yeah, we got. I'll just throw it in really, really quickly. Yeah, there's a great story here of Andrew Mountbatten Windsor. He's
the pedo formerly known as Prince.
Yeah, he's moved into his Sandringham home, and unfortunately, tractors and trailers have transported tons of manure to a spot just 200 yards away from his home. So it'll be sitting there in Sandringham, smelling shit. Yeah, we got that one.
Did Charles do that on purpose?
No, it wasn't in a tunnel. We also got scientists who have created tomatoes that smell like popcorn using gene editing. Like we needed that. Was that the first on your list of science to do this week?
It's second, but I'm glad it happened. What?
Yeah. Gene edited tomatoes to smell like popcorn. They could have made it smell like manure. I don't know. What else could they make him smell like? What about tomatoes? How about that? Make him smell like tomatoes.
Wow.
Answer, but we can get tomatoes to smell like popcorn.
We also have a stupid story here of two British men. They were on holiday in where was it? Sorry, they were in holiday in Spain. I can't. I'm looking, scrolling, can't find the place. But anyway, they were staying at a popular holiday resort, Costa Blanca, and Benidorm. Yeah, they were in Benidorm, and so they basically sent out a message to their fellow members of family that one of the guys had been kidnapped, and sent a video of him all beaten up and bloodied, saying, "Oh, he's been kidnapped, and we need ransom money. Ransom money." And so the other guy was holding a knife to him and all this kind of stuff. Sent this video, and to get some money sent over to them so they could basically extend their holiday. The ransom was the staggering figure of £725.
What the?
Yeah.
Why not just call and ask to borrow the money?
International kidnapping rings always go for bargain pricing and pricing.
It reminds me of that Dr. Evil bit. Yeah, we'll hold the world to ransom for $1 million. That's not real. So
their cars cost more, buddy. What are you doing?
So basically, what happened is that caused a massive. Obviously the families called the police. That got Interpol involved in the Spanish police. There was a massive investigation.
They just
and they basically just found the two guys having a lovely jaunt, a little walk in the sunshine. And they go, "What the fuck is this?" So they're extended.
They did get their vacation extended. It's just
not
the same facility they wanted to be.
It's going to be extended in Spain.
So they called in the Thunderbirds, and all they found was a couple of people frolicking on the beach.
Idiots. Oh, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry for the British. They are fucking stupid.
That's fucking funny, man. That's fucking funny. Well, let's see here. Big thanks to the team. We got Mexi Girl, PJ CNET, Shayna Caldwell, Chris Lundy, AI Alchemist, and Super Chat Matt in tonight. Hey, big thanks, everybody. Because without the team, it's really hard to do this stuff. Any last thoughts there, Commander?
Nope, just keep your eyes peeled on the exciting news that I'm sure we're going to be seeing over the next several days regarding what's going on in the Middle East.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, watch for Trump Tower to get real tickled.
I'll tickle in an instant.
Dunc, do you have a list of people you'd like to tickle right now?
I have got a massive list of people I'd like to tickle, but let's not go there.
Oh, what do you think?
I think the world is needs about time for a hard reset, isn't it? When's that comet gonna strike the Earth? Is that coming soon?
Yeah, it has to be. I mean,
bring us some good news.
the world is fucked. Everybody in it is fucked. Well, not you people watching, but everybody else is. Well, maybe not your families, but even some of them may be mega. I don't know what the hell's going on anymore. You know, it used to be that, you know, men were men and they'd go fishing and fish were fish and the outdoors was the outdoors. Now I know.
The deer would go hunting.
Yeah. Nowadays, you got Nazi deer in the forest looking for brown people. It's just awful.
Yeah.
I don't know of any
Cats
idea.
and dogs are getting married.
But a big thanks to you all for watching us and joining us and hanging out with us. Remember, hit like, hit share, hit subscribe, and we'll see you
Leave
soon.
comments. Yeah, leave comments.
Leave comments, right?
Yeah, especially if you got a story that we missed or anything like that, you know, just hit it in the comments so we can bring it back up.
What's the craziest news you heard this week that isn't Iran? Give us a shout in the comments and we'll flush them out and see who hit the nail on the head. Thanks for joining us, everybody.
Bye-bye, station.